Hey everyone, wanted to jump on here and discuss some of the investment trends that we're seeing for the week of August 28th, 2023. So first and foremost, the month of August was not a great month for investors. We saw at times the S&P 500 down as much as 4.8% in what looked like appeared to be a tactical correction with stock prices. For the first time in 5 months, both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ closed the month in negative territory. However, the last 4 or 5 days in the month of August, we did see the stock market increase in what was a bit of a rally leading into the end of the month. A couple of things to keep your eye on that we're seeing in some reports that will be coming out that will be crucial leading up to the Federal Reserve meeting on September 19th. So first and foremost, on Thursday, the PCE inflation report came out, and it did show signs that inflation is continuing to cool. Friday will be a big one. Friday is the jobs reports where we will see what the unemployment rate is. The Federal Reserve, unfortunately, will be looking to see the unemployment rate potentially increase and also be looking at consumer spending to start to decrease. These factors will weigh into their decision on should they continue to raise interest rates and potentially lift them as high as 5.5 to 5.75% for their meeting in September. Bank of America research report came out and they suggested rebalancing some of your investment positions. So we saw large gains throughout the first 7 months of the year. However, these were largely driven by what's being coined as the Magnificent Seven. So just 7 companies that have driven the bulk of the high performance and the high returns that we saw so far this year. So investing in a more equally weighted index fund can help you to invest in companies that may potentially be undervalued at this time. So companies in the energy and the financial sector have somewhat seen a loss so far this year and might have a good time. This might be a good time to rebalance into some of those positions and start to capture some of the upside. So could be a good tactical move for your portfolio. Also keep in mind that risk-free rate of return with the treasury yields. So the risk premium of investing in stocks is relatively low at this time, with treasury bills ranging from 5.2 to potentially 5.5%. So keep an eye on those rates in money market funds and treasury bills. Lastly, there's some big news for Bitcoin investors. So for those of you that are interested in Bitcoin, that may even become a little bit easier for you to invest in Bitcoin. So Grayscale Investments has won their case against the SEC. In this case, states that they should be able to open up a spot Bitcoin ETF that tracks the price of Bitcoin. Up until this point, that has not been possible. So if this happens, there are also 9 other asset managers that have petitioned to open up a Bitcoin ETF. So this would be an easy way for those of you with brokerage accounts at Fidelity, Charles Schwab, E-Trade, and amongst other financial services firms to now be able to invest in the price of Bitcoin, invest in Bitcoin through an ETF vehicle, and participate in some of the upside. Up until this point, the SEC has said that it's too risky and these ETFs could be manipulated. However, with Grayscale Investments winning their lawsuit, those could change and Bitcoin ETFs could be on their way for investors to be able to invest in. So those are some of the investment trends for this week. As I mentioned, we saw a bit of a pullback in the stock market for the month of August, something we'll continue to evaluate and look at what the Federal Reserve is saying and how interest rates may be impacted in their meeting in September. Hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment, or share it with a friend.